hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. These are the calendars for basically the grandparents. So I have to get 3 separate ones. One is for my parents, one is for Charlie's grandparents, and then one is for Colton's grandparents. So different pictures, different families and everything. So I will show you very quickly, now that everyone has had received their calendars, show you each one, and certain ones maybe give a little description of it. As usual, please subscribe to my channel, share my videos, like my videos, if you want to, comment, all that stuff. Alright, so let me show you these calendars. Alright, so this one is for my parents, and the front I just did Charlie's monthly pictures. So I think we're at, what was this one? I think, let's see, well, this is a year. So 12 months, that was her when she was like holding her newborn picture. 11 months, 10 months, 9 months, 8 months. And we have January, the little caption of when she was on Law and Order, Madeline with her in the swing, Charlie, her first time in the snow, and then last year, Happy New Year's Eve, or my first New Year's Eve. February, I did her an LOVE with a garland, her with a sign that says First Valentine's Day, her with my mom, and then my dad with his brother and his cousin at his cousin's birthday. March, well, we did Easter and St. Patrick's Day. So we have the first St. Patrick's Day here, the other set has first Easter, her with the Easter Bunny with Jocelyn, and her on her dad's for her dad's fire company on the fire truck before the St. Patrick's Day parade. In April, we have the same picture that was on the front. We have it there, her holding her newborn picture, her first birthday, all 4 of my kids holding her at her first birthday, and then my father with his 3 granddaughters. In May, we have my girls at Dave & Buster's, the one day that we went. Another one of her 1-year pictures. This was hers with the backdrop of all of the black and white shots. My mom and Colton on their way, their Europe trip to Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, and Poland. And then Colton holding Charlie at everybody else got confirmed except for the 2 of them. So June, we have my mom and Colton in Europe. Madeline with Charlie in the water, Jocelyn with Charlie in the water, and then my dad holding Charlie. That was on his birthday. Let's see, July, looking at fireworks, all 3 girls on a paddleboard at our cousin's house, Jocelyn with Charlie at the beach, and then my 3 girls when we went to Six Flags New England. And this is August. That's my mom and all 4 of her grandchildren. That was on her birthday. Madeline with Charlie at the beach. Charlie with like a neat background that Google did. And all 3 of my girls at Hershey in the water. And September we did apple picking. So there's me with her with the apple picking, her in a bucket, her with her apple. And then this was at Hershey in the little pony ride. And Halloween, us on a fall day, her in the little dragon pot. There's her in her costume, and that's at Hershey. November, Colton voting for his first presidential election. Hershey Park, how tall she is now, and her at the pumpkin patch. And December, we have her with Santa Claus. That was at my girls' siblings' house for their little brother's birthday. Her at Hershey with the Ferris wheel in the background, and then her with 3 out of 4 of her grandparents on Thanksgiving. So that is my parents' calendar. All right, and then this is for Charlie's grandparents. So this is their house on Thanksgiving. This was Elizabeth's 17th birthday party, and this was for their cousin Ryan's, I believe that was his graduation party. So let's see. And there's, I did some like biblical kind of things on our calendar. So we have Jillian with Charlie at a Jamboree class. Her with her daddy throwing tea into the harbor when we went to Boston. That's her first New Year's Eve. That's her helping her daddy at the at his CPR class he was teaching. Charlie with Elizabeth after her, I think that was like her, it was a musical play, one of her performances. Same thing, we did the LOVE and the first Valentine's Day. That's her with her dad at Jamboree class. And that was the book that he got for Father's Day that says, I love you even when you're crabby. All right, this is March. We have her riding with her daddy in the fire truck at the Belmar St. Patrick's Day Parade. First St. Patrick's Day. Her kissing her siblings' chicken that they have. This was her at the Easter egg hunt at church with her brother Brendan and cousin Ryan. That's first Easter. And then that is her very unhappily sitting with the Easter Bunny. And then these are her two birthday shots. Her one with holding her as a newborn, and then the one with her background. And then this is her with her grandmother and her great-grandmother, who unfortunately has passed this past October. So that was her when she got to meet her great-grandma. And then this one is these are birthday shots. So this is Charlie with her mom and dad on her first birthday, riding the it was like the not mechanical bull, but like the the fake bull at Texas Roadhouse. For her first birthday outing, we went to the Philadelphia Zoo. This is her feeding the little mini cow at her birthday party, and her with both of her grandmothers at her birthday party. This is her sister Jillian's baptism, and that's her grandma, and then her Aunt Allie and Uncle Chris. That was with her sister Elizabeth and brother Brendan when they went to the military ball for ROTC. And then that is all but two of the grandchildren for Jillian's baptism. And this is us on 4th of July attending a Blue Claws game. Elizabeth finally got standing up on the paddleboard. Brendan with Charlie in the in his cousin's pool, their cousin's pool, I should say. Four of us at was at Hurricane Harbor. That's Charlie and Brendan on 4th of July, and I love how the firework in the background almost looks like a heart. And that's her on her daddy's fire truck, on her daddy's fire truck. That's when we were going on Buccaneer at Great Adventure. Her and Elizabeth feeding a deer at Popcorn Park Zoo. Elizabeth's 17th birthday party. And Charlie with her Aunt Allie. And her riding on her daddy's shoulders at Great Adventure. Apple picking. And then we have two pictures of Brendan playing soccer. And then some of the kids out for first day of school ice cream treat. And then we have all 7 kids on Halloween at my dad's. Charlie with Elizabeth after the Great Gatsby. Apple picking in the bucket and her Halloween costume. Next we have Jillian holding Charlie, and Jillian with a little bit of cake on her nose after her birthday. And Charlie with her grandparents again, or three of her 4 grandparents. And then there's Charlie with Santa. Jillian holding Charlie again, and there's Elizabeth holding Charlie. And that is that calendar. Okay, so this is our third calendar. This is for Colton's grandparents. So this one has all of us, but it's more centered towards Colton. So poor Colton gets cut out, though, these 2 pictures. This is everyone on Halloween, where the cloud, I guess, blocked him. Thanksgiving, where I guess it sliced him off. And then this was last year when the girls and I went with the grandparents. That was at Cody's. This is Madeline going for her first motorcycle ride. Again, the first New Year's. And that is the grandparents holding Charlie. This is the same thing, the Love, L-O-V-E. And then the first Valentine's Day. And then my mom with Colton in Europe. And then we have Colton in Europe doing, I think he was like pouring drinks for everybody. First Valentine's Day. That's Colton's Aunt Candy. And I won't show his face, but that is Colton's father. And I'll move that over there a little bit. That's Rose, Colton's grandmother, with her 2 children. Candy, and then Colton's father, and then there's Charlie saying Happy Easter. That is their 2 dogs. That's Bonnie and Clyde. And there's Grandma Rose holding Charlie, and there's Grandpa Gary getting, I think that's Jocelyn getting her helmet adjusted before a motorcycle ride. There's Grandpa Gary on his boat, and Grandpa Gary and Aunt Candy after they did a motorcycle ride. Colton on the boat. There's all the kids at Charlie's birthday party again. And my mom and Colton over in Europe. There's Colton and Madeline at Madeline's birthday at Hibachi. There's Grandpa Gary holding Charlie. We went to I think it was like called Snowcat Ridge last year in Florida. It was really cool. It was like snow in Florida. So Charlie's first experience with snow was in Florida, oddly enough. There's my mom and Colton getting ready to go to Europe. Colton deep in thought over in Europe. There's Colton out for Halloween. He dressed up as a farmer. Colton and Charlie. There's my mom and all of her grandkids. Colton voting again, and then this one shows Colton. That's the same picture that was in front, but this one actually you can see Colton in it. There's Charlie. That was at Snowcat Ridge. She's all happy with the snow, and there is her with Santa Claus. So that is all of the calendars. So I hope you enjoyed a little 2024 trip down memory lane looking at the calendars, and I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season.